Force thing would be a clear indicator that you'd have Trojans.
Well, yeah, but it depends on what Phil says in the header for the email. I don't know what it's going to be.
Massive, big, fat Trojans.
Massive, big, fat Trojans. I'd be wary of that then if that was me.
There's going to be alarm bells.
Couple, not many.
There's definitely going to be alarm bells.
You sure? My laptop's actually working.
Pretty sure we've got to do some kind of thing like where they go testing 1 2 1 2. Isn't that right? We've got to do that at least once.
2 1 2 1.
No, we've done all that.
Oh yeah, that's what that whole thing was before.
Yeah, the whole the test run and all that. So, are we going to? I think.
Are we?
I believe we are.
We're playing Wii.
Yeah.
Wii U. Yeah, we've bought one to try and help Nintendo out.
Well, someone's got to.
Yes, although they're apparently reading today their shares have picked up somewhat. They might be able to afford to stay in the business for a little bit. Actually, though, that isn't strictly true because
so we're talking about 18% with Nintendo.
Yeah, no,
prices.
The stock prices went back up a bit, but saying that they would bow out of the hardware market wasn't strictly the case. They wouldn't just turn tail and run, simply because the money that they've got is still more than, say, Sony, for example. I think that was what I was reading.
Isn't like Nintendo like the third or second largest business in Japan? It's just not just the video games industry. It's like one of the biggest companies in Japan. It's like
slowly going down there at the moment.
But
in terms of there's the app, the Dragons and Quest or something like that.
Dragon Quest,
not Dragon Quest. There's an iOS app called Dragons and Quest.
It's a jackal.
It's a jackal.
That's surpassed it in a really short period of time. The amount of money it's made.
Oh, okay.
Well, they've surpassed Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, and hang on.
Overall.
Yeah.
But are you looking at this as in like million yen? Because like that's like really small.
Is it?
That's not that much money. Just making sure you're okay.
No,
like you see like millions, you're like thinking it's not actually that much. It's like a pound, isn't it?
It's like 100 yen to a pound. Yeah, it's still quite a lot.
Yeah, all right.
They've got quite a lot of money still.
Yeah, Nintendo are like one of the biggest. As I knew they're still one of the biggest as of this year, even including the Wii U. They can afford to have a low-selling console. I think they can.
Yeah, but recently I think Namco posted higher profits than them this year. I think.
Well, obviously you got to look at not just profit. You also look at their assets.
Oh, yeah. Because
Nintendo have been like a huge industry for like the last 80 years, 70 years.
Yeah, quite a long time.
Quite a while. Like when they were doing their
hourly hotels,
entertainment hotels.
I think they should go back into that.
That is a good business venture. They don't have to go very far to be able to open it up legally.
No.
Just across the old... do they call it a pond? Or
I don't know. But there are rumours of them working on their next-gen consoles already.
I like how you said consoles as well, not just one, but two.
Well, no, that is... There have been some specs released of some supposed consoles that Nintendo are working on, home consoles and another DS style.
Well, the DS is like a high-selling thing. I don't think that's ever... Well, actually, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what I was about to say, but I'm pretty sure that they're always going to sell lots.
It's such a shame. It is such a shame, because I really like the Wii U. It's a really nice console, and Super Mario 3D World, it's a joy to play. It really is a lovely game. It's lovely to look at, and it's classic Mario.
No, I agree. When we played it at Eurogamer, was that the one we played at Eurogamer? I always get confused.
Yeah, that was that and Donkey Kong and something else I can't remember.
Did we play like a Mario game on the Nintendo DS as well?
No, that was I can't remember offhand, but it was it was an indie game anyway on the 3DS.
The 3DSs,
yeah. No, that was an indie game that we had played just to get our stamps.
We wanted that stamp.
We wanted the stamp so we could win prizes.
And I won the prizes.
I keep wanting to lean back, but I'll be out of range.
Yeah, forget that song. You can't lean back right now. I probably can.
Actually, to be honest, I don't really know that song all that well, so forgetting it's quite easy.
Whoa, hello.
Hey, and that's half time. Change sides.
Thank you.
Everyone stand up.
It's my 7-minute app. A 7-minute workout app.
Is it 7-minute abs?
7-minute abs. It basically
Hey,
is.
I've got an
yeah,
idea.
it
What about
basically is.
6-minute abs?
That's
Switching sizes.
that's just blowing my mind right there. That's a business proposition.
Step into
Isn't
my
that
office.
Switching your hands from right to left.
Right to left. Absolutely.
He
Yeah.
says that's how long he can just sit on the left hand.
Obviously.
It's introducing the stranger.
The stranger, absolutely. If you've never tried it, try it. It's a weird thing.
So we need to intro the podcast. We need to intro it really. So I think what we should do is like a hello, a kind of a group hello.
I'm not going to get up either. I'm going to stay seated.
We got to get up?
Well, you're that tall that if you do get up, you'll be out of the way of the mic, so it sounds like you're walking away.
Actually, I want to do like a quick sound check. This is me sat down. This is me stood up.
They
Sat
still
down.
heard you.
I just want to make sure that when we hear back, I want to hear like how loud that was, because obviously me being quite tall.
Okay, well,
Phil, actually, Phil's taller than me.
that's
Hello.
That's just
that was just you leaning
into a
I'm
mic.
standing up now.
This is me standing up.
Hello.
I've got to
No,
stand
no,
up.
Phil, that's you leaning forwards.
Well,
Yes.
you know, I like leaning forward. Hello.
You're not going to lean forward this time.
Oh, you want me to lean forward? Or you
Yeah.
want me to lean forward and stand up?
Or just say you're going to stand up and just lean forward. That's.
I'm going to stand up.
He's well away. Okay, hello.
Hello there.
Welcome to the as of yet unnamed podcast.
It could be anything.
Be anything.
Although we were thinking today that the podcast be named Lazy Gamer, and then we just change the rest because there currently doesn't stand
A lazy gamer podcast. Yeah.
at the moment.
That's fair.
So I guess this is the first episode of Lazy Gamer podcast.
Or
Hello.
or lazy gamey the podcast.
The Gazing Lamer.
The gazing lane.
The Gazing Lamer. It sounds like a Middle Earth inn tavern for you to meet. Yeah.
I know that Peter Jackson had something to do with it. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And there was a CGI. We've got a
Lots of
CGI.
fatties,
What, King Kong? What?
CGI character with us. Height changing gorilla. Like in King Kong. Because if you watch that movie, the height changes on the. No, I'm not talking about Jack Black. Talking about the actual.
You're talking bad about Jack Black?
No, of course not. No, that's what I'm not talking about Jack
Who's
Black.
the woman in that movie? Is it Naomi Watts?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie yet. But
She's an attractive young lady.
she is, yeah. I actually like her in the movie The Ring, actually.
The remake.
The remake,
Yes.
yeah. Which I know that probably Phil's probably looking at me right now. He hates the fact that I actually do like the American Ring. That sounded weird. The American The Ring.
You like the American
I
Ring?
actually quite. I've not seen the original though, but
Oh, I've seen
the original is supposed to be terrifying.
I've seen all the originals, and they are really good movies. But I will say, I am a fan of the remakes. I'm not so much the second one, but the first one, I would say, is a good movie as a standalone. Take out of the idea that it's a remake.
The American remake of Mirrors was good.
With the Sutherland.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And Amy Smart. There's another attractive young lady.
Yeah, I do
But
like her in
don't
Road Trip.
like the but I don't like the bathtub scene.
Oh,
Didn't I show you that at
You
work?
did, yeah, and I was like, oh my god.
My God, it's horrible. See, now I really enjoyed that film, except for that bit.
Yeah.
I see it's turning my stomach thinking about it. Anyway, I think we should probably introduce ourselves.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Before we do,
Mailing is.
the conversation in the car on the way up.
Oh yeah.
Ant says, shall we call ourselves by our Twitter handles? It's probably sort of keep an air of anonymity.
Meow.
Keep an air of secrecy about it. And then I said, hang on a minute. So he was like, oh, do I call you High Definition? I said, well, no, you can just call me Steph. And he says, well, I'll be Anton. I said, well, then in which case can I just call you Ant? And then we thought about it, and he was like, oh, well, we've got Monkey Man Phil. I said, well, we'll just call him Phil. So, to be honest, it actually, we're just going to keep
Our
it.
names don't really qualify as secret in any way, shape or form.
Yes, but what about when I'm out fighting crime in the dead of the night? But yeah, I am on Twitter, High Definition.
That made me laugh because I was thinking, yeah, that's your name. Yeah, that's actually your name. Yeah.
But not my surname.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the other way around.
Oh yeah, that's a good point because with my one it just says Anton Bain. So
That's his real name.
That's not. Yeah, I would love that to be on my real
Because you're
name.
like,
Yeah.
Master Wayne.
That's not what it's named after, and it really bugs me that it's
It
not.
really is.
It's not Bane
Is
from.
it you the Bane of Anton's?
Oh, I'd love to be that
worldwide?
as well. Yeah, no, it was basically Darth Bane. It's a Star Wars thing. He's the guy who invented the rule of two, and I'm a bit of a Star Wars fan, so I called it Anton Bane when I was going to play the video game Star Wars: The Old Republic, and then basically bought a really good PC, which is just now collecting a bit of dust over there because the game sucks.
Okay. I had an invite to the beta, but never ended up using it, and I had a PC at the time that.
Well, the
Like
beta is exactly the same as what the game is now.
Yeah, well, it's free now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's free. I'm so happy I didn't get a lifetime subscription when it was offered to me. I was like, wow, that sounds like a good value. Only 250 quid. I'm so happy I didn't do that.
I remember playing it and getting into the Jedi Council, and my laptop just like taking about 5 minutes to take a step, and I was just like, "Oh, this is great."
Is that this laptop?
No, it's a different laptop.
Oh, okay. So
The
this
other
is
laptop is a cat jumped on it and it fell down.
so this
cat
is
screen.
this is an upgrade to that laptop.
Shockingly, yes.
Wow,
It
okay.
Probably at least
Do they have side grades?
It's a bit both.
A buy grade.
A buy grade. I like that.
It sounds like it over time it would just deteriorate if it was left outside.
It also sounds like it would go back into the earth. It's ecological.
That's what I was trying to.
Yeah, no.
Careful.
Yeah.
It's green.
Yeah. So
That can be cut out, might be.
It could be.
it could be.
This is the question.
Should be
Will
left at the end.
There'd
for
be
anyone-
raw material.
left at the end for anyone still listening who hasn't hung themselves.
It's like, hey, it's
Like,
about games.
well,
Hang
hang
on.
a minute, he's standing up, but his voice got louder. This is messing with my mind. Yeah, so gaming stuff. That's kind of
what we should be talking about.
yeah. Well, I made a
I think we
list.
are, though.
I made a list of stuff.
It's actually really official about
It
it.
is, yeah. Probably. I put together because I was going to do some videos, and I wanted the shadow clone vanish noise.
Hey,
from
can I just say-
Naruto for.
You're showing him the piece of paper.
Yeah,
It's the other side. It's the sound effects side.
Oh, I haven't seen that because I wasn't allowed to
Because
see
I also
this.
wanted Christopher Walken from Welcome to the Jungle when he goes, "Whoa, you get the moves," and then the Batman spinning cymbal noise from the original Adam West series where it goes.
Do you know what? That needs to be in more people's lives.
It does.
Mm.
I think it should. Whenever a TV program goes to commercials, every time,
Yeah.
regardless, Emmerdale.
I would be more likely to watch Emmerdale if that happened.
No, what, rather than it being in every single one, it would pop up randomly throughout various course of evening programs. So you had to watch to spot it, and then you could be like, "Did you see it?" And he'd be
And it
like,
wasn't
"Oh
on
no,
Playback.
what was it in?" "Oh well, I watched all of." I was going to say Brookside,
Wow.
but
Wow.
Brookside hasn't been on for like 20 years.
That's
Well, actually, that brings us quite neatly onto the first thing on my list, which was our first gaming memories. Taking trip back down gaming memory lane, and
Wow.
put a little theme in there, like the Archers.
Archers? Oh. I thought you meant a drink.
No, although that does take me back to when I was 17 and
drinking peach schnapps. Yeah.
Snaps.
Oh no, I
Oh,
wasn't
each.
drinking it, but I had friends who drank it. I hung around in those circles. They were mainly women. So yeah, our first gaming memories. Anton.
Well, Anton. For me, it's probably going to be using my Amstrad to play the first ever Monkey Island game, and this would be a long time ago. This was when it first actually came out, which is like 88, 87. I
So the
believe.
original release of Monkey Island.
That's right, original release. Yeah, it's, and I remember playing that when I was about 2 or 3 years old, and completing it when I was about 4. Actually, and not understanding it till like I'm 8.
So is that it's taken you? Was it one copy that just took you that long to complete it, or so you started at that age and then it just took you a couple of years to actually get it done, or was it separate copies and then
Well,
you
I-
just went back to playing it?
Well, yeah, because I still play it now.
Oh, okay.
I still play it there. Not the same game.
Not the actual original
not the
version.
same-
You don't
You just
boot it
don't
up.
know
No. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, I've got a copy right over there. I've got 2 copies over there, actually. Yeah, so I got it on the Amstrad, and it probably took me about a year to a year and a half to actually complete the first playthrough. but it was mostly after a while just clicking and just realising that after a while I was getting the answer correct. Because it was a year when I was 4 years old, 3 years old. I didn't actually understand what I was doing, but I played the game. And that was probably my first ever gaming memory. But then after that, it'll probably be F-19 Stealth Fighter, which I think was a Microprose game, and that was on the PC as well. And I owned that. That was played that for about 4 or 5 years, and then obviously it got into the old Mega Drive years.
Phil.
Mine was going around my grandparents. They had a ZX Spectrum.
Nice.
And the first game I remember playing was Joust.
Okay.
I loved that game. I still play that game today.
That's on the emus.
Yes.
I actually have a sealed copy for the Atari 7600 of Joust.
Wow. Is that the game where basically in the background you had like...
It's very basically.
Oh, it's very basically, absolutely. Isn't it like you could see the grass ground, and then it had like a line of like white, and then it would be like a blue sky, and then you would just have basically like a block character coming towards you on a block horse thing with a long block joust, and it was just basically that was the game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually remember that game.
I don't think I've actually played it, but I do. I've got this copy. I know of it.
Yeah.
But.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
you
still
had
sealed.
to
Still sealed, yeah.
Still sealed.
Yeah.
just have to land on their heads.
Oh,
turn
really?
into eggs, and then you just run them over.
I played a game, Defender of the Crown. That was a jousting scenario, but that would always...
It wasn't really jousting, you were more landing on their heads.
Oh, okay.
The whole idea of the joust is a bit far-fetched in my eyes. When I was young, I was just like, yeah, I can kill them with my joust. No, I died.
So you played
Then I
joust.
realised I had to land on their heads and then run them over.
And that was at your grandparents'.
That was, yes. That was followed by remembering playing Pac-Man afterwards. And not doing so well, and then my auntie absolutely destroying and getting to level 99. I don't know how.
Your auntie sounds amazing.
She really is, yeah. I was a bit shocked, so I was just looking at it going, what colour is that? How far are you?
It's probably like Blinky, Inky, Clyde.
Oh, yeah.
Or the other one. I can never remember the other one.
Greg.
We'll call him Greg.
He was the runt of the ghost litter.
Yeah. He's
the special one, what?
He was the slow one.
The real slow one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even need to pick up the power pill for that one.
No. They actually gave me the ZX after that, and then the next console I had was...
Were they fed up with you going around?
Well, no, they were in London, so...
They were just like, all he does is he just comes around and plays
well,
this game where he stomps on people's heads.
Yeah.
That's how I got brought up.
You went to a private school, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. Well, that's what they did in Bulworth Academy in Bully.
Oh, yeah.
Did they stomp on people's heads in that?
Well, you could if you wanted to.
I never really played it.
You could
I've got it.
kiss
It's
other
pretty cool.
boys.
You what?
What? No, you could kiss other boys in it.
Well, yeah, you could also kiss other girls. That's kind of what the idea. But the
Canis-
wasn't the
Cana
kissing the
Medic.
boys like...
It was a bit...
That is it, yeah, the Canis.
Yeah. Have you got Bully original release, or have you got...
Bully original.
It's worth quite a bit of money now.
Yeah, I went on... was it Musical Magpie, and it was like 16 or 17 quid, so I knew that I wasn't going to give that to them.
No.
I was like...
You give away the ones that are 30p.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Get them out.
30p.
So after Pac-Man...
After Pac-Man...
Oh yeah, they took your ZX Spectrum. They gave you the ZX Spectrum to
I
get you out
got
of the
given
house.
the ZX Spectrum, and I can't remember playing anything else on it. The next console I had was the Sega Mega Drive, and I just remember playing Taz Lost in Space ages and ages, and Echo the Dolphin for ages and ages, but...
You were really bad at the game, weren't you?
What, Taz Lost in Space? Yes. I was so bad. I remember getting to that first boss and getting so angry and frustrated with myself that I couldn't, for some reason, spin up the wall and then attack. And I don't know why I kept failing, and then eventually I finally did it and forgot the code.
What code?
The code I had to input to go to level 2.
Yeah, because they never saved back in the day, did they?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So, I forgot that code and never played that game ever again.
I remember Theme Park was it on the Mega Drive, and that had you had a code system, and like you get a real like 15-digit code. I remember those days; they were great.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Had it as well, did it?
Yeah. You'd put in to go up against each of the different characters. That's how you on Mega Drive Classics on like PlayStation and Xbox, you could put in the code and go straight to the last. But Dr. Robotnik, who's the last person you go up against, and that was how you get the trophy or the achievement for completing it.
He was the last person you went up against.
He was the last person you go up against, so you put in the code to go straight to him.
Oh, okay.
Without having to beat anyone else.
Got you, because like the Sonic one, like that's the only person you go against.
Yeah, but it was the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine was based on a cartoon.
Ah, okay.
So you had all of his minions, not minions as in like Despicable Me, those little yellow Tic Tac things, but you had like.
But they're only 2 calories.
So very easy to beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the minions, just so we're aware.
Yeah,
Tic
yeah,
Tacs.
copyright issue. No, I can't think of what they were called, but one of them, they kind of looked like cartoon versions of a couple of the enemies from the Sonic games.
Oh, okay.
And one of them had like tank tracks that he moved around on. I don't want to even attempt at what I think their names are because I'll just sound stupid.
We'll call them Bebop and Rocksteady.
No, because they're awesome.
But they are pretty sweet.
But yeah, they were part of the people that you went up against before going against Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, you had to work up to Dr. Robotnik.
Yes, it was quite a hard game.
Unless
Very
you cheated.
similar.
Oh, we're probably confusing.
Unless you cheated.
Yeah, we're actually probably confusing a lot of people. We're actually talking about a guy called Dr. Eggman, but he's actually Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, but is he not Dr. Robotnik?
I've always called him Robotnik, always have. But now people, whenever I say Dr. Robotnik to people nowadays, they don't actually know what I'm talking about until they say Eggman.
See, I played. I think the last Sonic title I played was Sonic Generations, and I can't remember if they called him Eggman or Robotnik in that.
I think it was Robotnik, but only because I remember reading it on the Xbox.
He doesn't feature very highly in that though, because it's all about it's all about the Chaos Emeralds, and because from Sonic Adventure you had the Chaos, the beast that was made up of the Chaos Emeralds. I think it was actually called Chaos, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think you're right.
But Sonic Colors is the last one I remember him being properly in, because he had like this whole space amusement park thing. I don't know why he'd created it. Causing mischief or some sort of or another.
I remember reading Sonic the comic as a kid, and it actually followed the storyline of Sonic really closely. And I remember actually when I stopped reading the comic, because that's when it started to get ridiculously priced. It was when Sonic was actually going to the amusement in the sky, and I can't remember what the actual comic was called, that particular episode. That part of it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he actually went up there and destroyed like most of it.
Oh, okay.
So I actually remember that.
Never really. I didn't read the Sonic one. I wasn't a big fan of Sonic when I was younger. I
Okay.
liked the original Sonic. I liked the games, but any of the spin-off stuff I just kind of shunned because I was more a Nintendo fanboy.
Yeah, that's right.
The only comics I think I read was Ren and Stimpy. Yeah. I read that one.
Powdered Toast Man is just my hero.
Powdered Toast Man.
I was playing, Nicktoons Major League Baseball on the Xbox the other day, and it's because it was like £1.50 or £2.50 to download. And one of my first picks of the game was Powdered Toast Man. And one of my friends who was playing with me, he just was like, "Why on earth are you picking Powdered Toast Man?" And I was like, "What? Do you not know who Powdered Toast Man is?" And he was like, "No." But then he was like really eager for me to play as Stimpy, because he knew who Stimpy was. He was like, "Yeah, pick Stimpy." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I want Powdered Toast Man." He's like, "Well, who's Powdered Toast Man?" And I'm thinking, well, if you know Stimpy so well,
How do you not know Powdered
how
Toast
do you
Man?
not know Powdered Toast Man? Yeah, he's just like, I'm pretty sure he was in the first episode of Ren and Stimpy, and then from then on.
because it went like they had little commercials within the show, didn't it?
Log.
Yeah, Log rolls downstairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alone or in pairs. The bloke who did Ren's voice is Billy West from Futurama.
Yeah.
He does Fry and Zoidberg, very talented man. He does kind of look like the Doctor from Human Centipede. He does.
Haven't seen that movie, and I refuse to
Go online and just Google the Doctor from
Human
Centipede, and then Google Billy West, Google Images, safe search on.
That's the only way I'm ever
put
going to look
them
at Human Centipede.
Yes, put them side by side,
Sentai
and
type
but I wanted read. Put them side by side, and I swear Billy West could have been the Doctor from Human Centipede.
I like the honesty. I'm not going
to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and my first gaming memory, since you asked,
What was your first gaming memory?
Thank you, Phil. I think ZX Spectrum. Remember playing Ghostbusters on that.
Is that the Ghostbusters where some during part of that game you get like Scott look down at the city and is it the Marshmallow Man?
Yep.
Would come crashing through.
Yes, but that was only once you had the I think it was like the PKE meter or whatever, the ghostometer got to a certain point,
Yeah.
and then he would. But he was called the Destructor.
Really?
They didn't actually, because that was what he was. He wasn't. He's not actually Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He was the Destructor.
Oh, there you go.
But who took the form of Stay Puft. A big Ghostbusters fan when I was younger. And my stepdad actually had a code for the Ghostbusters game where you could have loads of money, so you could properly kit out your Ecto-1 at the beginning of the game, and you could go along and trap all the ghosts.
Oh, that would be so much better if I had that code.
He would never tell me that. He would never, and I couldn't. At the time, I didn't. No internet or anything at the time, so I couldn't look up.
Time before
Yes,
www.
Yeah. So I couldn't even go online, and he wouldn't tell me what this code was, so I had to just breeze through, try and play it with these like the basic attachments to my car. It was rubbish. Could not pimp my ride.
Oh man. Westwood would hate that.
Westwood would. Oh my god.
Does Westwood still do that?
I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure.
Is Westwood still alive?
He
Sadly,
might be dead.
yes. No, I think
Oh,
he is,
is
but
he?
only just.
Just
No gang-related killing
yet.
for Westwood yet.
Okay.
We do say yet.
Yeah, because if this goes out, he might.
He might die
Rest in
tomorrow.
peace, Tim Westwood, the big dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Big
heard it here
dog.
first.
2014.
Yeah, you never know. But
One
at
thing
the
I
moment-
remember. Sorry, yeah, go on.
no.
At the moment, just straight over you. That's
okay.
so rude of me. I don't.
Slap.
And then following, I mean, the Spectrum I played for a while because I used to have that set up, and we didn't actually have. I mean, I was born in 1980, so the Spectrum was the only thing that because I actually coded on it and wrote the most basic of games where you'd like ask it questions, and these were questions that you'd type the answers in. So you're like, oh look, it comes up if I. Yeah.
Oh look, it answers what I told it to answer.
yeah, and it was rubbish.
Yeah.
But my first proper gaming was in Dixon's, and they had a demo NES, and I'd go in there and I'd play Super Mario Brothers. And that was I never owned a NES. The first console I had was Super Nintendo, but I had friends who had NESs, so I was lucky enough to be able to knock on their door in the early hours of the morning, be like, "Hello, can I come and play on your NES, please?" Playing Addams Family and Hook, as I was saying, because I've actually got that copy now, the one that we used to play, boxed, all of them boxed. Oh my god, it's amazing. Sort of playing NES.
Because I got my NES after my Mega Drive. I got the Mega Drive and then my grandma got it for me. But she was like, obviously, I just got the Mega Drive, and then my grandma was like, "Oh, I'll get him a games console machine," and then got me the NES. But after that actually experience, and I love it. I love the fact that I had the NES, but only because.
Yeah, the NES I've got at the moment is the first one I've owned.
Oh wow!
Though I do actually have 3 in my house at the moment.
So I didn't get mine until recently in NES terms. I got that, about 2 years ago? I got 3 2 years ago myself.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good deal.
Was that when you were working for...
A company, yeah.
Oh, cool.
A major high street
Company.
branded games company.
Yeah.
Yes. Electronics Boutique, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You were their downfall.
I was a downfall to most companies.
Even if you
That's actually because you worked in 2 of the ones that have been closed down.
Yeah.
3. You've worked in 3 because technically you can class
No.
the one that closed down in January as a games company because they did actually have a games.
Oh, yes. that's true,
citation for closing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Phil.
I just like closing game companies.
We don't.
Only like the place where they sell them.
No, because you've only left one left, and that's them. One thing I remember
Well-
about that Ghostbusters game that
Yes.
you played when you were on the was it the NES?
No, the NES one was slightly different. This was the Spectrum one.
Oh, the Spectrum
The
one.
NES one, I remember being a top-down view, and you could actually play as all 4 you took control of all 4 of the guys.
Yeah.
In the Spectrum one, it was really basic.
Oh, okay. Because I had it on the Commodore 64, I think.
Might have been the same version.
What was the Spectrum one?
Yes.
Okay, because I remember on that game, that's when I first learned that you don't cross the streams.
No.
Oh my god, that was just the worst thing you could try
Had
and do.
you not seen the film?
No, at that point in my life, I had not actually seen it. I played the game, the Commodore 64. I had, basically when it came out, and the Ghostbusters game I had on that. It was. I remember it being basic, but that's also I remember seeing the top-down view of the city, and then the Destructor. Oh yeah, I was paying attention. The Destructor was then crushing through the old city. But yeah, you had to obviously get the. It was mostly Slimer, wasn't it? You were against Slimer pretty much nearly all the time.
Much, yeah.
I think that's because that's the only thing it could do. Put a green blob on the screen and then give it 2 black eyes, and then that's Slimer. That's him there.
That's him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out again.
Be careful with him. Yeah, you might want to be careful.
Slimed you. If
you got slimed. I remember that.
Yeah. If you,
I got slimed. You remember that?
Oh my god, the Ghostbusters game, when you started it up, it just went in this horrific voice for the time. It went, Ghostbusters! And it was terrifying. On the Spectrum, it was like somebody was shouting at you through razor blades.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
And you know when you can put like tracing paper over a comb and you go, I might be probably.
No, I remember that.
Yeah,
they actually
you
did
can kind of
that.
the kind of kazoo kind of a noise.
Yeah.
It was like somebody talking to you with that, but they had like one of those voice stoma things, like they'd had their larynx removed.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
I can actually do it. Sadly, I can do an impression of that, and I got it from South Park. Yeah, there's a guy.
Ow, my arm.
Yeah, that's actually
Can't
it.
do that.
The secret of that impression is you've got to keep on doing the afterwards, after you talk. So,
Ow.
so when you're talking, you just keep it going.
You sound like Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary. Oh, nice.
And he's doing the
No Cure for Cancer.
Yeah. But yeah, and then if you got attacked in the game when you're going up against the Slimer, or supposed ghost Slimer again, if it got you, it would always go, "He slimed you."
Yes, I remember
like that. Like, he slimed you.
Yeah.
And it was
that was the best
terrifying.
impression. That was amazing.
You just have the volume turned down slightly. Yeah. But the one thing I didn't like about the Spectrum was the loading times.
Same with me at Commodore 64.
I had WrestleMania for the Spectrum that my mum bought me.
Is it WrestleMania or WrestleFest?
I think it was WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
And I never got to play it. Didn't get to play it once.
What?
Because I wasn't. I don't think I actually read the instructions, but I think you were supposed to play the tape both sides.
Right.
And I never did. Because to load them, you had the cassettes.
Yeah.
And I don't think I played. I don't know if you had to load both sides first, and I never did. I think I got bored waiting.
Oh wow.
Because cassettes are like it was a beep 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 beep.
You sound like a fax machine.
Kamikaze!
Nice. We did that once. You know, PlayStation 3 have got the voice changer.
Oh yeah.
A voice changer thing on the mics. We were all online and we were singing Christmas songs with all the voices turned up high, just winding everyone up in all the Call of Duty lobbies.
Okay.
Call of Duty. This was when I still played Call of Duty before they released Modern Warfare 12,
and 14, and 62.
I just call it Modern Warfare. Was it Command and Conquer?
I thought it was Modern Warfare,
Modern
and it was
Warfare.
all centering around Michael Dorn's character from Next Generation. Oh, grow a sense of humour, Rocky Dennis.
I like that.
Modern Warfare.
I like that.
I played that.
Really?
Yeah. He's like the commander of a crack team from the Federation of Planets.
UFP, United Federation of Planets.
Yeah.
Not only a Star Wars fan, I'm also a Star Trek fan. I'm that rare breed.
Yeah, if he was like the head of a crack team of Klingons. Klingon? No.
Michael Dorn. Yeah, it was Klingon. He played Worf. He was the head of security on the Enterprise D and E, and technically, I think he was also head of security on Deep Space Nine. Oh no, that was Odo. No, he was the head of the police. Oh, anyway, I'm getting a bit too Star Trek-y on here.
Yeah. Hang on, was he? So if he was, sorry, I was trying to think of what Spock was, but of course we all know Spock was Vulcan. So there we go. And he was Silas, so he could take powers.
So I wasn't a Trek fan. Really.
You didn't watch Heroes either?
No.
All I know about superhero powers is you can lose them in a very diabolical manner.
Yeah. It's not really... No, you don't want to lose your superhero powers.
No.
If, what was the show?
Which show?
All of the shows.
Where the guy took the powers from the people by doing unspeakable things in uncomfortable positions.
Alphas? I don't know, actually. Misfits. Alphas, there's no superheroes in it at all, are there?
I don't know, not watched it.
I've not seen Alphas, no.
I've not seen Tomorrow People either, the new one.
Oh, okay. So obviously we've done a little bit of an introduction about who we are, what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing, but it's fine.
As we go along.
That's exactly it. Improv is part of it. And I was also thinking of like having a. We could also like have like a top 5 sales for the time, because obviously it does actually make it is actually, I think it's interesting to find out what's going on in the gaming world. And the sales and stuff like that, and also upcoming releases. And I was thinking like maybe even have like a cheats and tips session, like a ABBA. For some people might know what that actually means.
Isn't that a song by? Oh my god! Carry on, and I'll think of what they're called.
That's fine.
Isn't that Sonic Code?
It's not a Sonic Code. No, it's not.
Isn't
Sonic
that
Code.
Isn't that the Capcom? Isn't that the standard Capcom code?
No, it's actually a code for Aladdin.
Oh.
There you go.
No doubt. Hey baby, hey.
I did not know what you meant when you said no doubt. I was thinking no doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Mother Hubbard.
Hubbard.
No, were you not? Was that not the hey baby, hey? Was that not what
course.
you were singing? It was the A B B B.
That song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I know what you mean.
A B B A B B B A.
No. Now I know what you mean. Yeah.
I was gonna Google something. Sorry, I was gonna Google something else. And I ended up googling "Hey Baby" by No Doubt.
I hate that when
I
that
thought
happens.
I was gonna be funny. That we'll cut that bit. That's fine.
Yeah. I think that's a fire you, Ron.
There you go. Fire you too.
Bob.
What games stand out for you as like your main games that you've enjoyed and you could go back easily and play like constantly?
Monkey Island.
Obviously Monkey Island.
Yeah, I mean just Monkey Island.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just say that as a kind of.
Yes, it's a Monkey Island.
Monkey Island.
Yes, Monkey Island.
Monkey Island then.
Monkey Island. Yeah. So
Honestly, no. A game that I probably played most. Actually, it's probably Sonic. One of the Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I played Hedgehog. Yeah, like Sonic Hedgehog 1 and 2. Because obviously I had them on iOS now. Now, as soon as they put them on the iPhone or iPad, that is it. I've got portable gaming. There's arcade. Yes, you got that.
But
Streets of Rage.
You do have to use a lot of public transport, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. So I've got a lot of time where I can actually do that.
I try to do that, but driving to and from work at the same time as playing it doesn't really work.
You do sometimes do it though when you're in the passenger side.
I do, yes. And that's Pokemon at the moment.
Pockety
Is that the X and Y or?
Yes. Currently playing Pokemon Y. Got all my gym.
Which one do you play, Phil?
I play X.
X. Okay.
Yeah.
So Y and X. Okay. So is there a huge difference between the two games, or?
It's as ever. It's just.
You get one legendary, I get the other legendary.
Oh, so is it a little bit like on the Game Boy when they had the first Pokemon games when they came out? It was like you had the red one and the blue one and the gold one.
Well, they only released 2 at a time.
Yeah, it was the red and the blue to start. You had Charmander or Bulbasaur.
And then they usually release
Squirtle, was it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those were those were the original starters.
Yeah. Wasn't Bulbasaur like in the little bit of greenery like next to the village right at the very start?
Usually you can.
Yellow, wasn't it? Because they bought
because yellow you start with Pikachu,
and then you go and get Bulbasaur. But I think that's after you defeat Misty, I believe.
She one of the ones from Team Rocket.
No, Misty is the second gym leader, the water gym leader.
Okay. Because I remember having the red and the yellow, but
Yeah, they always release 2 at a time, and then you usually get a special, or you'll get 2 others that are variations on the original colours.
Oh, okay.
So they had, because you had gold and silver, and then you had like diamond and
Heart gold and
soul silver. They've done leaf green.
We've done green.
Redid the originals.
Fire red. Then obviously black and white, which they've done recently.
Yeah, black and white were the only ones to ever receive actual true sequels, weren't they? To actually have black 2 and white 2.
Oh, okay, wow, that's a big thing. So that's a lot of Pokemon games you just reeled off there, and that was the only ones that actually have sequels.
Yes.
I remember Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium 64. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, my friend actually had that game. I remember he used to bring it on over, and we used to. Is that the one where you could actually take your characters from your Game Boy and then plug it? Yeah, because I remember doing that, and he had some kind of crazy Pokemon. I think it was a Mewtwo, I do believe, and he used to just destroy me with it on Pokemon Stadium. And
weren't using the right characters.
Who, me?
Yeah. If you get destroyed.
No, I had the basically the user profile.
Oh, okay.
It's you've got a Charmander and a Bulbasaur, not anything higher than that. Not like Charizard going up against Mewtwo or not Ivysaur. It went off.
I thought you were going to pick fighting type against it, and that just wouldn't go.
Like Hitmonlee.
Hitmonlee.
Yeah,
Hitmonchan.
Hitmonchan. Yeah, I've had the first one of that kind.
Machop.
Yeah.
Machamp.
All I'm thinking is you just don't diss Meowth. No one disses Meowth.
Meowth!
Yeah.
Well, he can speak back to you, so it's a bit of a...
Yeah, exactly.
Unless he
Well, no, only that Meowth.
Only that one.
That
Unless
one
he
Meowth.
evolves
He was a
his
special
version,
Meowth.
he might not be able to talk.
True. But he was hanging around Team Rocket, I think. A bit too much. That's why he could talk.
Plus, he did
Can you remember the other Pokemon that Team Rocket had?
Onyx.
He had Warbivette in the newer ones.
He had an Onyx.
Ekans and Coughing.
Very good.
Then he turned into a Weezing.
I was going to say an Arbok.
Arbok. Yes.
Arbok.
Started off with Ekans, and shockingly, I like how Coughing and...
Weezing.
Coughing evolves, Ekans evolves, Meowth still doesn't evolve.
No.
It's like they're pressing B constantly.
Oh, he interrupted.
It's level 100, but you still can't evolve it.
Yeah. No, I think it's only the last few months I've got back into playing Pokemon, and I've really enjoyed it.
Because you're now playing the 3D one, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that when I remember I'd been looking over your shoulder looking at that game, and it actually does look like a really... Is that the one you play as well, Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember looking at you both playing those two, not at the same time, not together or anything, but
naked.
I look at you on individual occasions over your shoulders.
That's when we have battles.
Yeah. I mean, it does look like
And
a
then
really
we
good
play
game.
on Pokemon.
We were talking about the crossing stream things again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Took too long to load, you never played it.
Story of my life.
Fucking... Oh, damn it.
Oh,
first one. Why the first one to swear?
First one,
First one to swear. Do you know why? I was going to say fucking THQ. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, Anthony.
I know. I'm really...
Anthony Miles Telling.
I just get rid of the surname. It's not even on there. It's actually Anthony Miles. Anthony Miles, Anton Bain.
1, 2, 3.
That's a plug, by the way. I've got 30 followers and I'm 131. I've been waiting on that for like 5 months.
What about for you? What is a game that you could go back and play constantly?
Final Fantasy VII.
You're a 7.
I am a 7, yeah. It was probably the first proper RPG that I got into, and I have played that game lots.
So I like 7, but it's not one of my favourite in the slightest.
No?
No, really isn't. I prefer 6.
I never really...
You didn't get into 6?
No.
I found
7 was the first one I got into, and the only ones I've ever experienced since. I think I played 10. I played a bit of 8, a bit of 9, a bit of 10, and then I played 13, and I haven't really done anything else. Yeah, you're not a fan of 13, are you?
No, not really.
Have you played 13 too?
I bought it and then I think I gave it to someone just to borrow and they never gave it back.
Because Lightning Returns is supposed to be sort of
It's meant to be more of Dirge Cerberus, not Dirge Cerberus. What am I talking about? I like Dirge Cerberus.
Because it had a kind of Devil May Cry kind of a...
It did. I was thinking Advent Children has more of an Advent Children feel to it. That's what they're saying, but I played the demo the other night.
You mean Crisis Core? Because that was the Advent Children.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry, get there at the end.
No. Because otherwise I didn't know what other whatever Advent Children title there was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to stop you guys mid-flow.
That's
I didn't
right.
want to stop mid-flow.
Crossflows. But no, I didn't get into 7 as much. First one I did play was 7, and I think I got through disc 1 and didn't really engross me as much, and then I played 8 and I just finished that game. 8 is probably one of the highest games that I've played and finished numerous amount of times. Far too much.
Sounds like my San Andreas.
Sounds like your San Andreas. Final Fantasy 8 I must have probably done about 30 odd times.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the games that I can go back and forth and play and I still love it. I just love the character Squall. It just brings me in and ties me down.
I don't think that... I mean, Sonic, I've played... I don't think I've played a level so much as I have as Green Hill Zone.
Green Hill. Time?
Oh, quick. Mine is super quick.
Ants is super quick, but I can do... I know it's not quite, because what's the achievement time? 1:36?
It's 35 seconds on Green Hill Zone.
I think I can manage just about under a minute.
I think mine's probably about 45
Yeah,
seconds.
mine's probably hanging around about 28 seconds on that game.
Isn't the record like 11 seconds?
Something stupid. I don't see the world. I don't see how 11 seconds could be done though.
No, but I think it is.
I think
I'm not sure.
It's not quite legit though. Don't they use like glitches? That's how a lot of the speed runs are done.
Yeah.
I watched a speed run of Ocarina of Time, and they do it in like 20, maybe 40 minutes, just by using glitches, and they don't even defeat Ganondorf with the Master Sword. They use a Deku stick, and it's just glitched out, and then they just like thwack, and he's down.
It's not like Mario where you jump to the top on level 2 and then go
you
behind.
Jump backwards up the stairs.
Yeah, that's right. And then you go on out to the end, and then you can choose level warp to level 3, 4, or 5, or.
You're talking about the original Mario?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the original Mario. Yeah.
I
2,
thought
3,
you
and
were.
4, and then
you can then warp to like 6 or something, can't you?
Yeah.
And you got to do the last 3 by yourself.
No, I thought you were talking about Super Mario 64 when they do the speed runs on that. You've got the staircase, and you can actually like backflip through the wall, and then they jump backwards up the stairs, and it gets them to like the final stage. That was one of my favourite things. Super Mario 64.
64.
Oh, Super Mario
Good old
64.
It's a different Mario.
64.
You know how much I love your Scottish singing.
Sexy.
In Super Mario 64.
Yes. Super Mario 64, when regardless of how you jumped through the pictures, because you jumped into the paintings, didn't you?
That's right, to go to the level.
And they went, and then it brought up what the stage was. I always tried different imaginative ways of jumping through the paintings.
I used to do the same thing. Yeah.
Like, you do Mario's got his 3 jumps that gradually get higher.
The woo-hoo!
Yeah. Yeah. Or the, yeah. I'm going to try and be funny then. So at the final jump, you actually forward flip through the painting.
I used to love those.
Or I'd always try and do the backflips through the paintings.
Yeah. Is that the one where you squat down first and then jump backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that myself.
And I think that was probably it. So all 2 of them.
No, you did well to categorise all 2 of those.
Oh, that game! I absolutely love that game.
Yeah, I remember my mum playing it a lot, and then I used to watch her because she didn't used to like me playing it too much, because then she would want to play it. So then I used to have to end up watching her play it, because I was like, well, I suppose I play a lot of other games, so I'm going to let it go. And then I used to be sat there thinking, I would not have done that. I would just jump. And she didn't jump. And of course she fell down and died. And it was her fault, but she was still complaining at the game. But I was thinking, it's simple, just jump.
She's blaming the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Metal Mario. Metal Mario, Super Mario 64.
I remember. Is it Metal
Clank,
Mario?
clank,
Yeah,
clank, clank,
yeah,
clank, clank,
that was
clank.
good.
Because you could walk underwater.
Yeah.
I think that was really the main
Reason.
Yeah, there was no other reason for being. I think you might have had switches that you could have. But yeah, that was.
Yeah,
one of my
I
favourite
used to. Yeah, Super Mario 64 is definitely one of those titles that was kind of like a big launch title for the Nintendo 64. Was GoldenEye a launch title?
No.
No, I always get confused because I always think it was, but it wasn't.
Launch titles were Super Mario 64, Shadows of the Empire, the Star Wars
Is that
one.
with Grand Admiral Thrawn?
I'm not entirely sure. Never played it. It was awful.
What, Shadows of the Empire? You never played Shadows of the Empire?
No, I've got it.
I've played it, yeah, I completed it.
Yeah, I've got it. I just never played it.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it's Grand Admiral Thrawn at the start, but this
It can't be that bad. It wasn't a Superman 64.
No. See, they say the launch lineup for Xbox and PS4, like, oh well, they're not as good as some. And like, if you count yourself lucky, the N64 had 3 launch titles.
3 launch
And
titles.
it's expensive, and then you go look at the price of the 3DO when that first came out. That's like £1,000.
Yeah, that was a really seriously
Yeah.
overpriced video game
Mario
console.
64, Shadows of the Empire was the 3rd title.
It wasn't.
Oh, that's going to bug me.
That's going to get you.
That's
isn't
going to bug me. I'm going to have to go to Google on that one.
It's not like Turok, is it? No,
Turok
Turok
came
was
out
way
quite
later,
a while
wasn't it?
Why later? And the current hardware sales, they've got actually 5.5 million for the Wii U, which
That's gone up.
I know. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
Sounds far too many.
who was it? I can't remember what company it is, but they're selling it for cheaper than it actually is meant to be. It's like
Argos.
Is it Argos 129 or something like that instead of 200?
Was it 180 or something? I thought it was
Yeah,
180.
it's 180.
Is it 180? Is it? For
Yeah,
the premium,
180.
The premium black
Which is
one.
good.
So
It's a really good price. That is a really good price for
You
it.
get a whole 32 gigs worth of memory.
They should really calm down with that.
I don't think it's 32. Is
I
it?
know.
It's 32, but you lose a little bit.
Yeah, even the day one update's a gig. So,
Wow.
well, that's nothing compared to the 13 gig patch for Dead Rising 3 on Xbox One.
God, yeah.
13 gig.
Yeah, but that's got like a 500 gig hard drive, hasn't it?
Well,
but then
yes.
you've got to install all the
13
games to hard
gig.
drive.
Yeah, but 13 gig to 500 is not too bad. When you got 1 to 32. That's.
Yeah, but you can put external hard drives on the Wii U.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
Stop talking it down.
All right.
Haven't Nintendo had a bad enough time as it is?
Yeah, they don't need. They don't
No,
need me.
they-
All they
Maybe
need is a
negativity.
nice Pokemon game on the Nintendo Wii U
Oh,
in 3D, and that thing will just sell.
yeah.
That will
It
just sell.
needs compatible with X and Y. It'll fly. Pokemon Stadium U.
Or X. whatever you wanna
Get
call
an
it.
email put together, not on your laptop, Phil, because it'll take too long. But get an email together. Shigeru Miyamoto. Be like, oi.
But there was that. Someone was making that Pokemon game. I can't remember what it was. Pokemon Generations on the PC.
Was that the 3D?
3D.
That looked too confusing.
Where
for
you
me.
played as Ash.
You played as Ash, and then you chucked your Pokeballs in.
Was that your chucking Pokeballs action? Was it?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. I didn't turn my
What-
cat sideways.
No, what cap was it?
What's that?
What cap?
Cap.
What Pokeball were you throwing?
It was just a standard Pokeball, because obviously it was my first Pokemon.
Yep.
I always get surprised with Pikachu. Every single season that he's in, he starts the season, he's always weak as hell, but like, he's strong as hell at the end of the last season. And then he comes back, and weak again.
Because he's had time off, you see.
Which season are they on Pokemon now?
Oh.
Aren't they doing black and white now, aren't they, in this series?
They're ending
Ash
Black
is
and
back
White.
and he's eternally 13 years old or something.
Yeah.
What?
He's still the same age. Wearing the same clothes. I'm still surprised what his mum's doing, like...
He's got Bart Simpson syndrome.
I was about to say that.
I watched it the other day, because I was like, interested to see what they've done with it. And, yeah, he always loses for some reason.
What, Pikachu?
Yeah, he always loses at the start of the season. Or they join together to take out Team Rocket, because Team Rocket always comes out and
Are they not
destroys
just
Pikachu.
making Pikachu look weak to begin with, and then building up his strength towards the end of the season, and then he's really strong. So he's
Yeah,
he's
like-
overcome his own weakness or
On
something.
steroids, yeah. That's what it is. He's taken so many steroids throughout the season that he's becoming insanely strong. and then he's come off the steroids,
Wow.
and then he's weak again.
Roid Rage.
Yeah.
Roid Rage.
Then he murders.
I can
Yeah.
imagine a Pokemon being called Roid Rage.
I could imagine Pokemon being called Human at some point in the future.
Yeah, there's so many names. I'm surprised there isn't one called Steroid, and it actually has a move where it goes Roid Rage.
That would be terrifying.
It would be bad, wouldn't it?
Well, they do have
What, the guy with the flipping girder?
Yeah,
You think of girder?
Yeah, there's one called Girder, and it's all kind of Gurdor, Gordor, and he's
Gordor.
like holding a
A girder.
yeah.
He sounds like Modek.
And he's got the weirdest he's like the weirdest nose I've ever seen in my life.
I've only seen him a couple of times. There's two of them, isn't there? There's one's got a
You got the wood one that carries a piece of wood. You got the girder, and then you got the one a concreter, which is like the evolution version, which carries 2 pieces of concrete.
none of them are even a match for my lantern. Lampant.
Lampant.
He's amazing. Use Inferno, game over.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Bugger it. I
Beastly
use my
move.
Kangash Khan.
You just do it in power
There's
up.
nothing.
Kangash Khan with Mega Evolution. Sorted.
Nah,
Power Punch.
nah,
Power Punch.
nah. Lampant, Inferno, dead. Game over.
That's it.
Game over. You just quit.
Unless you've got Ninetales that has the ability to take the fire and not actually get damaged.
No. No, just
I'm
no.
sure it would, but I'm going to go
No,
with you on that one for
no,
now.
just can't compete. No, and my shiny Lucario.
You got a shiny one.
I have got a shiny one.
Is that
That's-
official shiny, or is that I've used an action replay maybe card at some point in my life and caught a shiny?
No. Don't you ruin my reputation as a world class Pokemon master, Pokemon trainer.
I'm a breeder.
What? Sorry, what did you
He's
say?
a breeder.
He's a
I'm a
breeder.
breeder,
He's a
yeah.
breeder.
He's a breeder.
I go for breeding rather than becoming the master.
Is that like
Probably
me?
an Ash.
Is that like me on Minecraft when I like to make farms?
Yeah, that's. You don't like making farms. You like making sheep have sex with each other.
You said like that.
I've
That's
never,
really bad.
I've never played Minecraft. I have to avoid. Minecraft is one of those games that I would love to get into.
It's dangerous.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. That's
What
why
do you do?
I'm
I
avoiding
don't
it.
just make sheep have sex.
You do.
I don't-
You pin them into an area. You give them wheat, and then you give another one a wheat, and you make them have sex. They're not there to eat food. They're only there to have sex and make babies. Now question that and tell me what else you get them to do.
Well, actually, I will say one thing. Yes, I do make sheep have sex at the start, but only until there's 4. Then those creatures become absolutely useless. Now, cows and pigs, on the other hand, I breed them like crazy because they actually are useful. You've got the leather, you've got the beef, you've got the actual pork itself. They're much more valuable than the sheep because you can't have lamb chops, I don't think. I'm pretty sure on the Xbox version you don't have lamb chops.
On either version, you don't.
Oh, really? So they're even useless on other ones as well?
Well, you can make beds out of them.
Oh, wow.
What else did you want?
What else do I want? To eat them.
You can't eat sheep.
I want to be able to make mint sauce, and I want to be able to
Mint
actually
sauce.
make lamb chops, and then put those together and have lamb and mint sauce.
Whilst we're on the subject of Minecraft, didn't you
Before you say
wanna-
mint sauce.
No. Although, no. Didn't you say that you... Yes. There
Yeah.
was something... Yeah, you wanted to... I don't know, Minecraft
Yeah,
subject.
it's actually a Minecraft subject. One of my friends, he actually plays Minecraft. I'm not going to say any names, but he knows who I'm talking about.
And I know who you're talking about.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
I do know who
And
you're talking about.
basically, he has a very nice castle-style mountain base that originally was 4 or 5 of us playing, and then it wheedled down just to mainly just him. But it's okay, we're at that because we do come around, and I do have the farm and blah blah blah.
And I have my mine.
He has his mine, and it's all still cool. So basically, my friend he plays Minecraft quite a fair bit. He likes the game. Everyone, most people who do play the game do actually like the game. And
I'm nodding.
Yeah, you have to nod because if you start playing it, you will end up playing
I'm
it.
nodding also because they can't see me.
Oh, so yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. It's like hearing assistance. So for people who can't see the film, they have people going describing what's happening in between.
At this moment of time, Stefan is moving his hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
right,
yeah, I
to
get
the
you. I
left.
get you.
Yeah. And they have it in films and they have it in some TV and
He's
stuff
still
like
moving
that.
his hands at the moment of time.
He's nodding. And
Obviously.
now he's smiling.
Can you have the voice of Siri?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't.
We could ask, but
What, ask Siri?
yeah.
Well, my Wi-Fi is
I've
on,
heard
so it'll be working.
it's the same person who did the voice on the Ghostbusters game on the ZX Spectrum.
Now that is an app.
He's moving his head. I'll be like, oh my god, just listen to the radio.
Yeah.
He's now
Yes.
coughing.
Is that a
Okay.
medium wave or AM or FM?
All of them.
All of them, all three of them
Combined.
at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're controlling the horizontal
Coming
and the
yours.
vertical.
Coming
Surely
in your
FM.
ears. Surely, yeah,
So my friend, he plays Minecraft,
he does.
and basically he has a really nice house, blood above.
Who made this house? Just out of curiosity.
Well, everyone kind of made it, and
Jack built this house.
Jack built
Jack
it.
built the house.
Yeah,
We worked together, didn't we?
we all worked together, and then he kind of he's now got the house.
Is it the same house that you had the glass walkway that you made?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I made a really nice walkway because basically I had my own little apartment area, which, dining area and swimming pool, that kind of stuff. And it had a massive walkway that went out, and it had a really long view down. And I made it out of glass, and it was see-through, and it looked really good. And then these guys, not you, Stefan, but these other guys that we play with, they took the idea and made their own little thing, copying my ideas. But I'm okay with it. I'm not bitter.
Well, you had a thing, creeper.
Creepers be creeping. They are
It
just...
followed you.
They always
Blew up
do.
some of your walkway, didn't it?
Yeah, I had to keep on rebuilding it. Like every time I went out there, I had to actually make doors to actually stop the creepers from getting in because they just are just mean things. So, but yeah, my friend he loves the game, and basically it's like a hidden. You know how you get Easter eggs in
Yes.
video games? This is basically an Easter egg for my one friend, and basically and he has in his bedroom in his house he has two redstone torches, and I just kind of want him to look behind them, just to look at the treasures behind that little area.
Oh, okay.
Just want him to mine on through. Just
So there's like a hidden Easter egg in it.
there's an Easter egg in there,
Ah.
yeah. So obviously you just knock on through. So that's what I just wanted. That's a little Easter egg for him, but
Ah, cool.
yeah, I like to do that.
So, what games have you guys been playing recently?
I've not long finished Mafia 2. Really enjoyed that. First thing I said to Ant, poor Joe.
Yeah, I felt.
Spoilers.
Yeah, that was
Anyone
a big
hasn't
spoiler.
played- How
yeah.
old's that game? Like 3 years?
But 3 or 4 years old now. Yeah,
But
2,
yeah,
3
poor
games.
Joe.
Poor Joe.
Yeah.
It's a sad, sad ending.
It's not
Although you
average
don't
anymore.
necessarily know. You don't know what they've...
Yeah, exactly. They just take him away, and it's like, well, he just helps you out. He could have just lived and been like a real big gangster mob boss, and
Who knows? Maybe if they make Mafia 3.
or maybe if they make Mafia 3, it's a little bit in the future, maybe like in the 80s or 90s, and they have a mission in there where you go and see the guy you played as in Mafia 2 and just kill him in his lawn. Just kill him in Vito, yeah.
Scaletta. Vito Scaletta.
Yeah, little Vito Scaletta is doing his gardening, and you just go up to him and say, hey, this is a message from generic bad guy from Mafia 2.
Yeah.
This is a message from Joe. Plot twist.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. Phil, you don't have a clue what we're talking about, do you?
No, I haven't played
No,
it. I
yeah.
bought you that game.
Yeah, you did actually. You
I
bought it for my
Wasn't it in
birthday.
the Connect box?
Yes!
Yeah.
He knows the story.
Yeah, he
He
bought
told me the other day. He was like, "Oh, I had that game. Phil got it for me."
it. Yeah.
Wasn't it along with?
It was
Um,
that and Bully I bought you.
Was it Bully or was
Yes.
it not
Bully.
Orange?
No. that
Orange
and Bully.
box.
Orange box. Yeah.
No, it's that and Bully.
Was it that Bully? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it quite well because that moment I gave you that Connect box.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you
it's-
gave me a box and it was all wrapped up, and I turned around and said, "Oh, yeah, thanks, Phil. I hope this looks suspiciously like a Connect box." And
I hope this isn't a Connect.
yeah, I'm
You
quite
said that quite a few times on the walk back because I remember that.
because I don't like the Xbox Connect. I'm not a big fan of it myself. I just don't. I think it was a bit of a gimmick. And when I looked at the box that was all wrapped up, I looked at it and was just like, you know what, this looks like a Connect box. And I remember saying to Phil quite a few times, this looks exactly like a Connect box. And then I opened it up, and he'd actually put my birthday present inside a Connect box. And I opened it up, and you know that moment where you think, well, do I act happy when I've gotten this gift that I don't really want? I hate the Xbox Connect. Everyone I know knows that. So I open up this, and it's an Xbox Connect box, and I think to myself, well, do I act happy? Do I be chirpy? Or do I just look at him and say, what the hell are you thinking? You've got me the Xbox Connect. You just wasted £80. I'm never going to use it. And I look at it, open it up, and he just looks at me, and I'm like thinking, oh my god, he knows I hate it. So, and I was like, I rattled it, and it just didn't feel right. I opened it up, and then Mafia 2. by 2K Games, plug, and also Bully by Rockstar Games, plug.
I don't think Rockstar need any plugging.
No, they're just
2K need it.
2K, yeah, they're supposed to do. They're the other sister company for Rockstar Games, and they don't get their own. Well, I suppose they actually just made like Game of the Year back to back, didn't they? Borderlands 2, Game of the Year. Borderlands 1 was Game of the Year.
I think no, I don't think Borderlands 2. Well, anyway,
I know obviously I think they've done quite well.
Yeah, very popular titles.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of 2K Games actually.
Yeah, XCOM.
XCOM. You know what? Yes. I love the XCOM games.
Which, speaking of which, I've actually just gone back to playing the Bureau XCOM Declassified.
I started playing that because I rented that from Blockbuster.
For the one we played?
Yeah, that's one we played. That we started on normal, and Matt didn't like it. Yeah, I tried to play it on Insane because I like the idea of playing on Insane, and I couldn't get past the first boss because everyone was just dying around me.
It is. I mean, I'm playing it on medium. I much more of, well, we were saying the other day, much more of a story kind of a person, and I'd rather play the game and be able to get through and read. I'd rather get through and play the game and pay attention to the story rather than keep getting stuck on the same bit and throwing controllers and having an absolute hissy fit, which I've known to do as well. And yeah, it is pretty tough. I mean, you're going up against some of the sort of armoured things first of all,
and nothing.
Yeah,
you've got a little tiny gun, and they've got these laser guns, and you're just like, well, I'm dead again. Especially on hard as well, Insane, whatever they called it. I can't remember what they called it.
The problem with it is managing your other guys and sending them for cover, whilst also trying to be on the offensive, and it's just pretty tough.
At one bus, because I remember you came up the stairs and there's like a big area with tons of like riflemen that will get you as soon as you can walk up the stairs. I was constantly dying there. Finally managed to get past that part, and then it was straight onto a boss in like a big UFO. And I was just like, oh my god! And you had all the cover along the side, but the UFO would just blow it up and destroy it, and you had no cover. And I was like, oh, what? This is difficult. I like difficult, but then there's times where it really bugs me and it makes me actually put down the game, which sometimes I wish I don't do, but I prefer. I will get the game again, but I just won't do it on that level again because that killed me.
I know I completed Brutal Legend on the very hardest difficulty. That wasn't too difficult.
Yeah, I did Manhunt on the hardest setting. First playthrough. That was just intense.
Don't you? Isn't it the same for you play Hitman?
Yeah, Hitman Absolution, and also the first playthrough did it on not the highest setting, but the second from highest setting. Highest setting. The second from highest setting, and also as well Max Payne 3. I put that on the hardest setting as well from the very start. And I haven't completed it yet, but I do play it episodically. I do like to play my games like once a week kind of style. Like wait until Sunday night, put the game on, play a few levels, stop it. Kick back.
Put on a bit of Kenny G.
You know. Have a bath. You just have to relax when you play these things. It's just an intense game. I think I'm like chapter 6 or chapter 7. I know I'm in like Sao Paulo. It's definitely far away from Alex and Roscoe Street Station from Max Payne 1. Definitely. So
is that what you're playing at the moment?
Well, actually, I play a lot of mobile games, actually. We're playing Max Payne 3 again, so I just want to complete the actual game. But I'll probably play... Well, everyone knows Grand Theft Auto is a game out at the moment. If you haven't heard of it, then you're probably on the wrong podcast.
What? Sorry? Grand Theft?
Grand Theft Auto. It's
or you're under 18.
Oh, yeah, or you're under 18. Yes, yeah.
Although I imagine if you are under 18, you've probably still played it.
Yeah, because your mum's probably bought it for you because she's probably like my mum.
Well, your mum bought me my copy. She said it was a little bonus.
Yeah, Brucey bonus. Yeah.
No, Brucey's not in this one.
Oh, is he not? They're taking him out. Ooh.
He was... Yeah.
Brucey Kibitz. Oh, no, he is in it, isn't he?
Isn't it?
Yeah, because he gives you the testosterone, the steroids, the bull shark testosterone in Grand Theft Auto Online.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, there he is. Boom.
And I think he is in the story.
If he is, he's only in there small. Are you getting mixed up with Simeon?
No. I think he's in there really small. I think he like calls you on your phone, but I can't remember where.
Doesn't call me by carrier pigeon.
You sure?
By text.
It might be text, I can't remember. But I think he does, but he's definitely online.
Yeah, he's definitely online, because that's where you get your ball shock testosterone from.
And he keeps calling me, and I keep hanging up.
Yeah, he's very intense.
Yeah. Everyone tries to call me online, and I just hang up.
Yeah, actually, one of my friends tried to call me the other day on Grand Theft Auto Online, and it popped up and it said his username. And I was thinking, part of me was thinking, I can either carry on playing Grand Theft Auto Online or actually accept this conversation and get him that little achievement thing, which is not like an achievement, but it's on the thing. You've called a friend on Xbox Live. And I was like, well, no, I don't have my headset. I have to find it. It's too much effort involved. I was like, B. Yeah, I'm not going to answer this call. Just going to carry on driving, listen to...
B?
B. Oh, yeah. No, that would be circle.
Okay.
So I press circle, and then carry on listening to Bob Seger.
Nice.
Bob Seger.
That's what I do. Yeah, Los Santos Rock Radio. All night, every night, apart from when I'm listening to one of the other amazing radio stations.
I'm not so taken with the radio stations.
Really?
I listened to about...
I listened to the pop one.
The pop one. Was that the one with Rihanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Beyonce and Britney Spears.
It's Britney, baby.
It's Britney, baby.
Yeah.
All my favourites.
I think Los Santos Rock Radio is probably my absolute fave.
It's not my absolute fave. I can't remember.
It's the one next to it, isn't it? Slightly left of it.
Yeah.
Like Vinewood Radio or Vinewood FM?
Boulevard Radio.
It's your favourite, you don't know what the name is, yeah.
Vinewood
Soul
Boulevard.
Wax FM.
Soul Wax
Listen
FM,
to that
yeah.
one.
No, I can't.
What about, was it not? It's not Chatterbox, but I'm always going to call it Chatterbox. It's what they call
With
Chattersphere
Fernando.
with Fernando Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Do you know he's bilingual? He'll try anything once.
And what's the dude's name who pops up in the stories? The presenter of Thingy, and they cut his ponytail off.
Oh, Laszlo.
Laszlo.
No one can forget Laszlo.
I like Laszlo in Vice City.
Oh, I like Laszlo in pretty much every one he's been in. He has always had like some iconic saying in one of them. Vice City was when he was on his his cocaine days, and he's pretty crazy.
He was the first kid in his school to wear a leather jacket.
Yeah, he was that. He was too cool. He was.
He was.
Did it have T-birds on the back of it? No.
I don't know. Sorry, can't answer that question. What are you playing, Phil?
What am I playing? Ooh, a bit too much, really. I've just downloaded the beta for Hearthstone, or Hearthstone, however you want to call it, the World of Warcraft card game.
Oh, okay.
Just to give it a quick go. It's alright. I can see why people like it. I'm not saying I dislike it, but I prefer Magic the Gathering over it. Only because Magic the Gathering, I prefer because I played Magic the Gathering first, probably. Well, I have. I have played
No
it
problem
first.
about it, it's definitely.
Yeah, there's a definite about that. But because I played that first, the idea of the cards losing health when they've gone in a fight is a little bit different to me. I like it, but it's just... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because when you attack, you lose health. So if you have like a 2-2 piece and you go up against a 1-1 piece, the card that you've got that attacks it goes down to 2-1. Instead of on Magic, it stays at 2-2.
Oh, okay.
Sounds a bit strange, but...
Usually when I ask for 2-piece, it's usually at KFC.
KFC. A little plug there.
Yeah, maybe we get some free chicken.
Oh, I'd love free chicken.
Right
But
now.
then, would it be dropped on the floor first, though?
Oh, probably spat on.
Damn it.
Probably raw.
See, I've never had anything but a good experience from the Colonel.
Yeah, well.
A wicked zinger me all the way. Plug, plug, plug.
Been playing that in Payday 2.
Oh,
which
yeah?
I've enjoyed so much. Just some of the people online are quite difficult to play with.
Do you sometimes just put your headset on and just shout anarchy, anarchy, anarchy? I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Not yet, but I might try that.
Yeah, I think you should try that, because that's Payday 2 is basically just anarchy, right?
Yeah, online. Depending on who you play with, if you know the people you're playing with.
Where's the charger? You
Dick.
Well, in which case we're going to need to wrap it up in order to export.
Unless you've got...
There's a bit of a low battery on the laptop thing going on.
Did it work?
Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I think that's enough of our inane ramblings for this episode. I think we're a bit more organisation in the next one, and not that this was
Not organised in the slightest.
It wasn't.
This was
We
perfect.
came fully prepared for
We
this
did.
one.
Look, I've got notes here, and I've not even gone through. Look, there's other things.
There's actually
But-
other things on your list.
but-
There's actually.
Yeah. But we've done a couple of them. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. We've got more to talk about
Yeah.
coming
Next
soon.
time.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
Coming soon.
coming soon. Ah, they spelled coming wrong. That's disgusting.
Ah.
Ah.
And on that bombshell,
Yeah.
we'll go out like
Nice.
we'll go out like Top Gear.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the best podcast in the world.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've been High Definition.
I've been Monkey Man Phil.
And I've been Anton Bain.
Yeah.
There you go.
Done.
That's
a wrap.
Finn, but not forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's not Finn. We
Bye.
don't eat shark fins, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
We should have shark fin soup. It's shark fin soup, yeah.